My dear technician, check this out. So the customer brought this phone to me. The phone is not charging. According to the customer, she was thinking that it's charging port. So they changed charging ports, it's not working. Some technician try, it's not working. So this phone was brought to me in the morning time and this evening time. So I want to take my time to troubleshoot to see the problem. I don't know the problem right now, whether it's full short, whether it's an IC wall, whether it's whatsoever. So I want to take my time to troubleshoot so that I will know the problem. So guys, I just opened the phone. So this is the PCB. And right here you can see the PCB. This is the PCB. So this is my meter. Like I used to say, have meter. Use your meter to test. So this is my meter. Camera, show my meter. So this is the PCB. You can see the PCB. This is my meter probe. Have in mind that before you start working on any phone PCB, you have to troubleshoot. Okay, you have to troubleshoot. So this phone, like I said, is not turning on. The problem is not from battery. It's not from battery. It's not from charging port. They have changed the charging port, so it's not from charging port. The phone is not turning on at all. So first thing, I will check the VBAT. So this one goes straight to the ground, while this one goes straight to the VBAT positive. Right on my meter screen, you can clearly see that it's shorting. Okay, you can see the VBAT line is shorting. You can see here we have a full short. You can see we have a full short, and my meter is making noise, meaning it's a full short. We have 3 types of shorts. If you want to learn them, come to my physical class. I will expatiate all for you. I will be explaining everything for you. So we have a full short here. So with that time we say, let me show you guys how you can be able to fix it.
My dear technician, check this out. So right now I want to open the shorts. The PCB is shorting, the VBAT is shorting. I mean the battery connector is shorting. That is why the phone is not turning on. For now, I don't know the component that is shorting. I don't know the component that is shorting until I inject power to the PCB. Okay, so the first thing you have to do is for you to inject power to the PCB. You can see I'm injecting power now. You may ask, Father Joe, why are you placing your finger on the shell? I'm placing my finger on the shell to notice, to know where heat is coming from. Here we have different departments. So I notice that heat is coming from the network area. So I'm going to remove the shell and check. Okay, it's important for you to do so that you'll be able to know exactly where the heat is coming from and go straight to that point. My dear technician, have in mind that if you have a thermal camera, you can use it. Okay, you can use thermal camera. Thermal camera is better than this method that I'm showing you. But for those who do not have the thermal camera, you can try this method. Okay, try this method. This method works great. This method works like magic. Okay, but if you have thermal camera, you're good to go. Thermal camera is better than this. So check this out. Right now I'm trying to remove the shell. You can see I'm heating up the shell. I want to remove the shell so that I can see the component that is heating up. At the technician, you have to be very careful so that you will not overheat the component on the board. If you overheat the component on the board, you will spoil it. So be very careful. Check this out. I've successfully removed the shell. You can see. Check this out. You can see the network IC. You can see the RF IC. Check this out. We have a lot of components. So I just apply paste now. You may ask, Father Joe, why do you apply paste? I'm applying paste so that I will know the exactly component that is heating up. My dear technician, like I said before, if you have a thermal camera, very good. Use a thermal camera is better than this method. This method will delay you for a very long time, but trust me, at the end, you will fix the phone. Okay, so check this out. I inject voltage. My dear technician, you can see no component here is heating up, but before the shell was heating up, now no capacitor, no IC here is heating up. You can see I check, my students are looking, they follow me to check also. I have to remove this shell because this shell is also heating up. Something is wrong. Sometimes the problem may come from the PCB itself, not the component on the board. So it's important for you to check. There may be short circuit inside the PCB. So right now I want to remove this shell. My dear technician, please, you have to be very careful when removing shell, okay? You can see you have to be very careful when doing this. Be very careful so that you will not spoil your customer phone. Check this out. My dear technician, you can see I'm cleaning the PCB. You can see the power IC. You can see the coil. You can see capacitors. All the components here are looking clean, nice. No physical damage. You can see no physical damage. So the next thing is for me to connect my short killer and try again. This phone must work. 1, 2, ready, go. I try again and I feel. The next thing is I feel the heat. I feel the heat on the back side. So I have to use battery to confirm again. Use battery to connect, and finally have detected where the error is coming from. Let's go straight to it. You can see, so this is the area that is responsible for charging the phone. You can see the charging area. So right now I want to remove the shell. Let's go deeply and check. My dear technician, if you want to learn more about this, come to my physical training. Check this out. You can see the Bose coil was burnt. Have to remove it, and right here you can see the resistor, which is the fuse resistor. The fuse resistor was burnt also, so I have to remove it. I remove them. Check this out. You can see this is the charging IC, and here is the graphics IC and the backlight. This one here is the charging circuit, so I have to make sure I remove them. Okay, check this out. So let me get the fuse resistor removed. Check this out. So the next thing is for me to confirm to be sure whether it's going to work or not. If the circuit is not still opened, that means I have to remove the charging IC. I want to confirm if the circuit is now open. You can see I clean it very well. If you have any question, let me know in the comment section. If you want to join my class, please, I have physical class only. Come to my physical class and learn. Check this out. So I'm using meter now to test. It's still shorting, my dear technician. So the next thing is for me to remove the IC completely. Since it's still shorting, have to remove the IC completely. The IC is not good. Check this out. The charging IC is not good. My dear technician, remember when the customer gave me the phone, she told me that the phone was not charging. The phone went off and they tried charging the phone. It was not charging. They used different charger. It was not charging. So they took it to one technician like that. The technician try all possible means, possible ways, no way. So it was not working. They changed charging port, still the same thing. So right here you can see that the charging IC was a problem. So my dear technician, The circuit is now opened. No more shorting. My dear technician, to troubleshoot is not easy. You have to take your time to troubleshoot. You can see I'm done troubleshooting and the phone should turn on, but the problem is the phone will not charge until I replace the charging IC. So for the charging IC, I don't have it now. I have to order for the charging IC. I will contact the owner so that the owner will give me money and I will order the IC and replace it for the phone to charge. Check this out. Let me turn on the phone. Want to turn on the phone for you guys to see the proof that the phone is now working. You can see I check the boot key, I confirm, and I want to turn on the phone right now. Check this out. Check this out. You can see right here, you can see that the phone is working perfectly. You can see the boot sequence clearly shows that the phone is working perfectly, is turning on. My dear technician, if you have any question, feel free, let me know in the comment section. As you can see, I'm very excited, very happy. Anyway, this type of work is a very simple work. I don't always take this type of work as something that is stressful like that, but it's only stressful when you check this and it's not the problem. You check this, it's not the problem. You have to keep on checking till you finally detect the error. My dear technician is now working 100%. So I want to turn on the phone. You can see it's now turned on. Check this out, my dear technician is back to life. So this is just a very simple work. Any technician, be it a small technician, a beginner, can do this because this is just a short circuit. A short circuit are very simple something. It's not IC work. So this one is not IC work. It's a short circuit. You can do this one. It's not IC work. This is a basic level work, not for professional. Okay, but you have to be very careful, especially when removing the shell and other things. Anyway, you have to be very careful. If you want to learn more, like I said before, come to my physical class. I'm going to teach you a lot. So thank you guys for watching and see you in my next video. Bye for now. I love you all.